art is as much as science. We are here to experiment with new ideas. We are also encountering many new ideas. So for me as an artist, it's sort of like also important for me to have a conversation, bring experiments or bring living things into a museum, to have a conversation of how we deal with them today, how technology can deal with them, how we as a society look at these things. And this is sort of the research I'm doing and I'm sort of interested in. So I want to talk about this installation which I called After Nature, and now in the second time I added the subtitle Coding and Recoding Nature. There's 15 plants NASA selected which can filter out toxins and create pretty high return in oxygen. And I selected 5 of these 15 plants and housed them here in this greenhouse. For me, it's sort of like bringing back plants into the museum, bringing back life into the museum, and sort of like bringing back process of natures into the museum. So I want to really like play with these sort of different aspects of what our plants are good for, what can plants do, how do they communicate with us, and then how we use plants like food, oxygen, regeneration. I did it the first time 2011 in Copenhagen in a museum called GL Holdegard, and I wanted to update it, of course. One, we have sensors. They have like 4 plants and they're hooked up to sensors which read their stress levels, let's say it like that. It's like a plant EEG which monitors the health of the plants, and if it gets really hot or if it gets really dry, the levels will show us that the plants need attention. We also have added a robot voice talking about the project. It's sort of like a Stephen Hawking coming out of the box. For me, these 3 months is an experiment to collect data. Of course, I'm not a scientific institution, I'm an artist. You guys are a museum, so we can only run a scientific experiment that far. But it sort of plays with these ideas, what is the future of greenhouses, what is the future of growing, where do we go, and sort of questions the process and makes visible a process that most people don't see. So for me, this piece and people going in here in this greenhouse, it's important for them to encounter something very unusual. It's not the regular little garden. There's a machine talking, and people will ask, "What is this? Why I'm here? What is this doing in a museum?" So this is for me like a foot in the door for a conversation, for a new conversation to happen, and I think that's a really good conversation to have.